Hello, good evening, and welcome back to another edition of the Good, the Bad, the Ugly, the Juice Review Show, brought to you by the Department of Inhaled Vapors. Now, the two I want to show today come from Premier Labs. The two are from Decoded Verified, that will be the Honeydew Apricot Cream, and from Citron, it'll be the Lemon Meringue Pie. Now, I have got to state for the record, as always, any views or opinions you hear during this review are mine and mine alone. I've not been paid to do this review. I did not pay for the product. This was very kindly sent to me in a vapor round box. Also got to state for the record, individual taste setups and of course power levels will alter what you get from a juice. I can only personally tell you what I'm getting myself. Right, my weapon of choice today will be the Voopoo Drag 2. Yes, I know a lot of people will be going, oh my god, he's got a Voopoo. Haven't you seen what their business practices are? Hey shit, what you got that for? I'll tell you why, because this fucker has lasted ages. The Drag 2 has lasted ages. As you can see from the back of it, it has seen better days. And the fucker still keeps going, and that's why I'm using it. On top of this, I have got the EH Pro Model M Dripper, and that's dual core to 0.14. Before I get into this, I just want to say, basically I just want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you. I've just hit my 6-year anniversary for the channel, which, to be fair, when we started this off, and we started this channel off for a laugh, at no way, shape or form did we generally think that 6 years on, this would still be going. And this is down to you guys. I mean, I'll be fair, the main reason I do this channel is because I enjoy doing it. But the fact that you guys enjoy it as well, it's just an added bonus for me, it really is. We started 6 years ago. That was myself, Pete DeModdy, Andrea Bond. And it all basically came about because someone in Vapors Unite, which is unfortunately a now defunct Facebook group, which joined the great graveyard of many other excellent Facebook groups that are now being assigned to the graveyard. Someone went and put in there and said, if there was a juice you could vape, if there was a flavour you could vape that isn't available on the market, what would that be? And let's call him an idiot at this point. Genius now. At the point, he was an idiot. Went and said Marmite. And someone from the group went and said, do you know what, I can make a Marmite juice. And me, like an absolute bellend, and I said, I'll try that, I'll give that a go. And I said, oh, we've got to make a video of it. And I thought, well, I've never made a video before in my life. I don't know about this. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit... fuck it, let's give it a go. And I did. And the first juice, to be fair, for the first 10 minutes, the first one was PMT, Pete's Marmite Toke. And to be fair, for the first 10 minutes of vaping it was gorgeous. And that was the 10-minute video I went past. I went, actually, yeah, you can taste the Marmite. Yeah, actually, this is quite nice. I'm actually quite enjoying it. I actually need a twiglet now just to dunk the Marmite in. It tastes that good. Then I had to do a follow-up, because after 10 minutes, it went a bit icky. I think icky is the polite version for me trying not to bath my lungs out through my nose. It really wasn't very nice. It started to build up the back of the throat. It started to hit the sick ticker, and I was like, And I put that up. Now, surprisingly, instead of deterring people, other people start to go, oh, dude, I'll give that a go. Oh, Marmite, I'll give that one a go. Oh, some of your reaction, I bet I could do better than that. I'll have a go. And it's kind of where the Legion of Idiots actually then arose from. If you've ever wondered about the name of this channel, the DIV basically stands for the Department of Inhaled Vapors. The LOI is the Legion of Idiots. That kind of grew up to about 25 members of idiots who wanted to have a go on some of the creations that we came up with to start off with. I mean, we did the Marmite one first. After the Marmite, we did Heaven and Hell, which was a ghost pepper chili chocolate. It was lovely on the way in, an absolute demon on the way out. The juice actually appeared on Saturday Night Shenanigans for all those guys out there who can remember from the original communities and so on. It also appeared on VTTV with Dave Malik, who didn't like it. Really didn't like it. Which was quite funny, but there we go.
And we started to get about, and we were basically running havoc in Vapors Unite. Anytime we had a new juice or something or new creation, we, it was great. It was just a joyful time of bringing people together to laugh at each other and have fun. You remember the old days of the community? That's what it basically was. We'd help each other and we'd take the piss out of each other. All things were good. Well, this then went on. We then went on to do Toe Jam and Hurl, which was the blue cheese and garlic, and that was the one that actually appeared on A Bloody Good Waffle, with Damien doing a little bit of a drooly vomit. Good times. Anyway, it was about that point that someone, in my opinion, rather stupidly went and approached me and went and said, "Would you? We like what you do. We kind of like the fun aspect of it, but would you be interested in doing a serious review?" And I went, "Fuck it, give it a go." What could be any worse than me trying not to vomit on camera? It'd be nice to actually do some proper juices. And it kind of went from there, and we started getting a few other companies, started getting a few American companies on board who wanted to send us juices to do the review, to appear on the channel. And 6 years on, here I am. I mean, I've got to say, in 6 years, I've never took sponsorship. I mean, we've been offered sponsorship for the channel, and to be fair, if I'd have taken it, yes, I could have got a better camera. Yes, I could have got a better setup for this. Yes, I probably could have got decent editing equipment and made like a decent show, like you see from the big boys at the moment. But I kind of enjoy keeping this low key, and also keeping like outside influences away from it. I don't want any form or any way that someone can go, "You've got a conflict of interest of why you gave that a good review. They've just given you so much money. You do their advertising, blah, 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 blah." I didn't want that. I mean, especially in this day and age now where there's more promoters out there than there are genuine reviewers. And these promoters are calling themselves reviewers. They're basically going out and they will say, "This is great. This is great. This is great." Back in their mind, they're going, "This tastes like dog shit. But this is great. This is great." If I say this is great, they give me more stuff. There's not a lot of genuine reviewers out there anymore, unfortunately. There are some really good guys, and I mean not just like Vic, Chris, Dino, Devil Vapor, who have got the big numbers. There's a lot of smaller ones who do this, who don't get the breaks that the big guys get. They've either paid for everything that they're doing a review to show you, or basically they've had to work doubly hard, trebly hard, quadruply hard to get hold of stuff to show you, their viewers. And we've got to give appreciation to everyone across the spectrum, from the big end, from the Vic end to the lower end, which is basically me. Like, I mean, this channel, I mean, we did hit a milestone. After 6 years, we hit 300 subscribers. I know a few of you out there going, "Oh, that's shit, you know, that's not a lot. You got 300, what the fuck's that? What have you been bothering?" I don't care. It was never about the numbers. We may only have 300 subs. We've got 32,000 hits for the channel. I'm more than happy for that, considering this was something we started for a laugh. And please remind me not to do quotations again, otherwise I'm going to have to break my own fingers. Hang on. But yeah, I mean, it's gone back to I mean, 6 years to see what's come, what's gone, and what's taken its place. It's quite interesting. I will admit, probably at the moment, the way I'm looking at the industry is a little bit disheartening. Pod systems have taken over. But a pod system is something, I call a pod system like the Gusto Mini, or the Vibe, or something like that, or even that horrible four-letter word that we can't fucking mention. That's a pod system where basically pod full of juice, put it on there, drain it, take it off, put the next pod in. Same with the Gusto, and same with a few other things, and the Vibe. These other ones aren't pod systems, in my opinion. They're just redesigned ego pens with your CE4. That's all they are. They're just a redesign. They're a different shaped CE4 pen starter kit.
They've got the 650 battery, like your original Ego had. They've got a small tank system on there with a changeable coil. We can take the old coil out, put the new coil in, just like the CE4s. If you didn't get the disposable ones, you've got the ones where you could actually screw another coil in. That's all they are. Why is everyone losing their shit on pod systems at the moment? I mean, I'm glad for new starters now, because there is a lot of choice. Maybe too much choice, to be honest now. There's nothing worse than, I mean, that first time you went into your proper vape shop and went, oh my god, and you looked at all the juice along the wall and you went, I've got no choice, I've got no fucking clue what I want here, that's actually too much choice, I'm actually a little bit blown away by this. Kind of got like how the starter system is now, and the fact being is not every shop, no shop can carry every single one of them, and each one's got now has got their own coils, and they're now bringing out rebuildable heads for them, so basically you've got an RTA. It's not a pod system anymore, it's an Ego with an RBA or an RTA on top. It's not a pod. It's an overused word, it's a bandwagon word that they all jumped onto. Even, oh, this does variable voltage. Oh, I mean, what was it, the twister? It's the Ego Twist. Just goes up to 80 watts now. But it's exactly the same as the Ego Twist. The Ego Twist went up in volts. I'm sure, depending on what you put on it, you probably could hit at some point 80 watts on it. It's not new. The whole thing, the snake has eaten its tail and come back on itself. But I mean, I'm saying this from the point of English people. I mean, that sounds racist, but you know what I mean. From the UK point of view, where we've basically got it pretty good, to be honest, because we've actually got medical bodies over here and public health services over here that recognise how good and how much of a potential lifesaver vaping is. You take a look at the states at the moment. I mean, I can't remember where it was. I think San Francisco is now actually potentially going to be the first state to ban vaping. But don't worry, you can still buy cigarettes. Because fuck me, they need the money and they don't need you alive. You're not worth anything to them healthy. Public health, private wealth. Welcome to the US of A. But we've got it quite lucky over here. But I mean, in the 6 years, there's been a lot of changes. And I mean, the whole reason in the old days why mechs came about was because the Ego T and the Ego C wasn't powerful enough, and people wanted some, and you just got the raw power of the battery. But then you had box mods come out, and the wattage started to go up, and the battery capacity started to go up, and it started to go up to 150 watts a galley, and then we had 200 watts, and then we had 300 watts. You didn't really need a mech anymore because you could get the power and you could regulate it and keep it where you wanted it instead of a mech. Don't get me wrong, there's some absolutely beautiful mechs out there, but as soon as your battery starts going, that mech starts getting a bit shit. They still look gorgeous. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I've got, hands up, I've got a triple 18 650 Evil Dead box, which I bring out every now and again because it's absolutely gorgeous. It's one off, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. But I know as soon as the batteries start going, it goes a bit wank. Anyway, as you may have gathered, none of this has been planned, none of this has been scripted, none of this has been actually thought of ahead of time as per normal. So I'm kind of rambling. But yeah, I kind of miss the old days of vaping. I miss the old days of vaping mainly because Facebook, before it went all wanky with its analog system and that fucking shite that is now, where you don't even get in contact with people anymore because it goes, you haven't spoken to them in 2 minutes, so we're not going to show you them on their timeline anymore. Sorry. It's bollocks on Facebook at the moment, but in the old days when there weren't so many vape groups about, and people you'd see the amount, there wasn't so much trolling in them. People were generally trying to help people in them days, and it's something we need to get back to. We need to come together and we need to start helping people. If we get a new starter in the group, we need to help them. Anyone who then goes out and tries to troll a new starter, you need to fuck them off out the group. You don't need it. That's one thing I do like to see change. I like to see a little bit of community come back into it. There are still good groups out there.
The other problem I do find now is that, apart from the fact there's now like 975,000 vape groups on Facebook, if you look at their numbers, they go, we've got 3,000, we've got 4,000, we've got 7,000. And then you actually look into it and you see how many people are actually talking, and it's the usual 10 people, 5 of which are admin, out of a 5, 6, 7,000 member group. Bollocks. The only other people talking in there is the 900 sponsors that they've somehow managed to get in there, and the only reason the sponsors are in there is because they know they can spam the group with adverts. But then you go into the next group and it's the same people talking and the same adverts. 975,000 groups on Facebook, and there's probably only 1,000 original ones on there where you can get something a little bit different. Yeah, we keep on saying we're very well supported online vapors. We're not. We're not, considering the amount of vapors there are on the planet. It's a surprisingly low percentage of them that are actually on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, if you're really weird and go on there. We're not that well. That's why every time they go, oh, we can't believe that only so many people signed this petition. That's because half your numbers for that group don't even go in your group anymore. They forgot they were in there. All that was before the purge, and they were added without their permission and didn't even know they were there. We need to come together. We need to come together a lot better than we already are. As I said, I've gone on a ramble. Putting aside all that pap, personally for myself, Darren Stone, I'd like to wish you all, well, I'd like to thank you all, shall I say, for putting up with my guff nonsense, blatant ramblings for the last 6 years. To any company who has supported this channel, sent products in for review, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like I said, I did this for a laugh. I do this because I enjoy it. It was never about the money. It was never about the numbers. And I thank you all for supporting me. Oh my God, I'm going to well up. Oh, it's getting a bit tearful. No, but you know, I absolutely, you don't generally know how much it means to me, especially at the moment. A few people know what I'm going through. I don't want to make a big deal of it. And oh my God, he put a video up just for a "you okay, hun" moment. No, but a few of you know what I'm going through at the moment, and you generally probably don't realise how much it generally means to me. That yeah, I'm going to stop there because it's going to get a bit blubby. Anyway, on to the review, and I know I put some juices down somewhere a minute ago, and I found them. There they go. On to the juice review. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to start off now. Actually, I've got to say this before I get started here. There was going to be 3 juices for this review. Actually, all these originally came in boxes with little leaflets in as well, which I was going to show you. But I did this review on Sunday, so I did this review 2 days ago. And for some unknown reason, the computer decided to go, fuck off. No, I'm not doing it. I'm going to fuck your frame rate off. And I kind of looked like Stephen Hawkins was fucking max headroom. It fucked the frame rate up. Right, so this is me doing this again. I've thrown the boxes away because in my mind, that video went perfectly. And then I looked back at it and went, that went wank. So we're back. This is basically take 2. As I say, there was a 3rd juice for this. I will do a quick vocal review of it because I haven't got it with me anymore, and there's a bloody good reason why I haven't got it with me anymore. And I will go into that when I get to that point. But anyway, I'm going to start off with the lemon meringue pie from their citrus range of Premier Labs. Here we go. Don't normally get a chance to ramble like that, so I kind of enjoyed that. Might have to ramble a bit more. Ooh. And maybe not drink a beer before doing it as well. Here we go. I'm going to start this off at 80 watts. As always, I do these normally at about 3 power levels because, as we all know, with heat and different power levels, different flavours react better, either lower, higher, or in that mid-range. So I normally do them through the 3 power levels. Here we go, 80 watts. Now I have got to say the two juices today will be a 75-25 VGPG mix, and they are 3 milligram. These are the TPD compliant, and all bottles, as always, safety lid, set childproof lid as everything should be. And it's also got a tamper ring on there. If that tamper ring is in any way damaged, broken, or missing when you buy this, demand another product. It is there for your peace of mind. The labels themselves, funny enough, are exactly the same as what the boxes were anyway, and all the information is on there. Nice to see your best before date on here as well. You've got their physical address, you've got the batch number. This product contains nicotine, which is a highly addictive substance. This bottle contains a label that they are forced to put on there, even though anyone with any common sense knows it's bollocks. The piece of paper, the actual information sheet that came with it, is the bog standard one. It basically gives you all the possible side effects, from minor to oh my god you're going to die side effects, and yeah, and how to fill your actual tank up and how to open a bottle. You know, I'm not being funny. If you need instructions for that, you really shouldn't be allowed out in public by yourself without a carer. But anyway, what's the flavour like? I'm glad to say, you can tell from the clouds there it's a 75-25. No throat hit, which is also good. Flavour wise, I've got to say this is absolutely gorgeous. The lemon, it's the right side of juicy without being too. It's just on the right side of lip smacking. When that calms down and you start to get that sugary meringue come through, oh, that is rather special. It's not overly sweet. It complements the lemon really, really well. There is a little bit of crust that I'm kind of getting there, kind of at the base of the pie. Not a lot. It's mainly that meringue and the lemon, but they work really, really well together. Clouds are ridiculous. So that's someone happy out there. But the flavour wise is really, really good. I'm going to go up to 85. Still quite low on the wattage, to be fair, but these coils can seem to handle it quite well. Here we go, 85 watts. Fucking hell. Yes, as you can see me through the mist of time that appeared to envelop me there, it clouds up rather well. Flavour wise, going a little bit higher up. The meringue, the sugary meringue comes through a lot stronger. It comes through at the same time as that lemon as well. It's making me kind of hungry. I will admit my stomach is kind of wondering where the food at is, because it's tricking my taste buds that much. The message is in my brain is going, ooh, food in mouth, and something's going, where the fuck? Oh, this is going to be quite Moorish. This is going to be one I could quite be vibe. Oh yeah, I'd be a vibe. I'd be a naughty boy. I would quite happily vape all day. It is a bit of a lip smacker. You do kind of get that sugary meringue, but it hasn't been overdone. It's not over sweet, and it's not to the point where you just kind of feel like you've just taken like 4 tablespoons of sugar. It accompanies that lemon really, really well. That's nice. That is bloody nice. Right, going up to 90 watts. Still got that sugary bit hit right there. And kind of got the lemon going down the middle. Anyway, 90 watts. Going up, the lemon now starts to kind of take over a little bit. It kind of does dominate. It does kind of kick the arse of the meringue. I'd potentially go low to mid on this one.
unless you're a real fan of that lemon. The lemon is still good, but it really pushes that meringue back so far you kind of forget about it, and then also go, oh, sugary meringue. But it is mainly the lemon show. But low to medium, I can't fault that at all. If you're a fan of desserts and you're a fan of lemon meringue pie, give that one a go. That's from their Citron range, the lemon meringue pie. I'm going to have a blowout and I'll move on to the next one. We're dry. There we go. Now, this is the Honeydew Apricot Cream from the Decoded Verified range. Ooh, that smells rather naughty. Ooh, that honeydew smells really good. Right, I'm going back down to 80. Here we go. This also, like the other one, is a 75-25 VGPG. Cloud for Days as well, exactly the same as the first one, so they've got the ratio bang on again. No throat hit, always a bonus. One thing that strikes me, fuck me, where am I? One thing that will strike you is how good the honeydew is. It's really good. And that's the first flavour, the first dominant flavour you get. Shortly after that, you guys that starts to die down, and it dies down. I wouldn't say it dies down quick, but the intensity of it dies down quick, which then allows the apricot to come through. The exhale after this, the cooling element, which allows that other flavour to come out, you do get a lovely creamy load in your mouth. And to be fair, who doesn't like a creamy load in the mouth? I know you do. Everything tastes very natural. Everything tastes very juicy. It's a juicy honeydew. It's a juicy apricot, and it's just kind of smoothed off. It's a very smooth finish with that cream, which every time you breathe out, flows over the combination of fruit you've still got dancing on your tongue. People who know me know I'm a fruity vaper anyway, and I cannot fault that straight off the bat. There is a bit of separation, but that doesn't actually hinder the juice. The fact that you go, oh, that's honeydew. Oh, that's apricot. Oh, that's a really lovely creamy mess in my mouth. Misses. No, that's really nice. I'll go up to 85. I'll have a quick squirt because I think I've done a little bit too much on that. Get out, can't see any. Looks like we've been bombed. There we go, 85 watts. Oh, wow. It's just so incredibly juicy. And going up that little bit, the apricot now matches the honeydew, both at the same time. And every time your tongue touches something, you get a little burst of apricot or a little burst of honeydew or a little burst of both. That cream comes in a bit quicker as well, does smooth it out. That is such a juicy juice. Wow. Wow. This one probably won't be an all-day, to be fair, because of how much flavour. There's a lot of flavour in this. It's not been overdone, but there's a lot of flavour in this. You can quite happily identify all the parts of it. I say, just put that little bit of extra power. It does bring everything together. That creamy fruit, creamy, juicy fruit. I mean, that's all I can say about it. And It's rather bloody gorgeous. If you're a fan of fruit, yes, that one, Decoded Verified, the Bermuda Triangle, and that's rather fucking good. If I've got to be honest, there, I'm gonna go up to 90. I don't feel like I need to be honest, because yeah, that's quick squirt again, because I seem to be hogging this one a bit. I'm gonna be banging through this. Oh wow! I've got to say the apricot is outstanding. Going higher up, you kind of lose the honeydew. You can't lose the cream as well. Cream's only now starting to get through. It's mainly the apricot show, but it is an absolute bang on apricot, and yeah, fruity vapors, get on that one now. That is the Bermuda Triangle from Decoded Verified. Yeah, that's been really well put together, and I've got to give hats off for that. Now, there would have been a third one here. I did have StarBoy's Cosmos, but I did a review for part 2, and I chucked it away. And the main reason I chucked it away was because it tasted like arse. It's supposed to be a graham cracker and honey. Now, I've had gone back about 4 or 5 years ago, I've had some bad honey ones. Back in them days, for some reason, honey tasted nice, but when you vaped it, it smelled of cat's piss in the room. This smelled like cat's piss in the room, and it was it tasted like a cheap, over-sweetened honey. Basically like my mum's honey. It kind of tasted like that. It wasn't great, it wasn't nice. And with the graham cracker as well, the graham cracker by itself was actually quite nice, but once it mixed with this honey, it just made such an unholy flavour. I had to chuck the bottle after I'd done the review, which really pissed me off then when I looked at the review and saw the frame rate was fucked. I was not happy. But yeah, so that's the reason why I've not done the Cosmos, and my personal opinion on the Cosmos was it should never have been born. It is unholy. It has come from Satan. It come from Satan's rectum. It really did taste of arse, over sugary, cheap shit honey, which made the room smell like cat piss. Is all I can say about that. But that brings me to the end of the review. Once again, to everyone who's stuck with me for 6 years, thank you to every vendor and manufacturer who has sent me products to review in the last 6 years. Thank you. And if you have enjoyed what you've watched today, please remember to like, share, comment, and of course subscribe to the channel. And I shall be back soon with some more reviews. My ugly mug should be appearing here anytime now. Give it a slap and give us a sub. Take care, people, and I shall see you soon. See ya.